I'm Caleb.
And I'm Hannah.
And we've been married for 3 years now. We have a lovely little dog named Brody and a 1-year-old son named Callan.
And we are adopting a baby.
Yes, we are.
We just wanted to take a couple minutes to share our story with you guys and tell you how we came to this decision as a family.
So back in March of 2020, our son Callan was born. I ended up bringing him back into our hospital room, and we thought that we were just going to be waiting a couple of minutes while Hannah was getting wrapped up with the C-section. Unfortunately, that isn't really how things ended up playing out.
Yeah, so for some reason after my surgery, there were a bunch of unforeseen complications, and essentially I started bleeding out. So the doctors tried everything that they could to stop the bleeding, but nothing worked. So at 25 years old, I had my first child and a hysterectomy all within the same day. And what that means really is that we aren't able to have any more biological children on our own.
It was in the midst of the pandemic, after this crazy surgery, feeling very shocked and alone, and yet at the same time also feeling just this immense peace and relief knowing that we were here, we were together. I don't really know how else to explain it other than we knew that God wasn't done growing our family yet.
Yeah, honestly, like in the moments that they wheeled me back into our hospital room and I got to hold Callan, the first thing that we said was, hey, we've always wanted to adopt.
Yeah.
Which was really true. We just didn't know that it would be
this soon. There was some grief to wrestle with as we faced the reality that our family was going to grow totally different than we had originally anticipated.
Fast forwarding to March of 2021, our family was in a really great and healthy place, and we felt like God was saying, hey, now is the time to start the adoption process.
We have decided to work with a consultant company as well as pursue a domestic infant adoption, which basically just means that we're going to adopt a baby here in the United States.
Yeah.
This first bit of our journey has really been about education.
We knew about this much about adoption.
Yeah, for real.
And so we've learned so much just about how incredibly selfless the decision is for an expectant mom to make this choice for her baby, to plan for an adoption is just so crazy. And we've also just learned about how expensive it is. In the United States, the average domestic infant adoption is $35,000 to $45,000.
At first, that number really shocked us, but we've come to learn and really appreciate that the financial investment that us as adopted parents are putting into this process is going to help these agencies provide resourcing, counseling, and help to the birth moms, as well as make sure that all legal fees are covered in this process as well.
So right now we are home study approved, which just means that we're allowed to adopt, and we're officially in the waiting game. We're waiting to be matched with an expectant mom, and really that could take anywhere from 6 to 8 to 12 plus months.
But technically, it could happen at any moment. What that just means for us is that even though we're expecting it to take a little bit of time, we need to be prepared as a family to step into this relationship and this adoption commitment at any moment in time from this point moving forward.
Last year, so many of you walked alongside us through this situation and really encouraged us, prayed with us, and just showed how much you guys loved us. So we wanted to take a minute to, one, say thank you, and two, invite you to be a part of this adoption journey with our family. First and foremost, wanted to ask you guys to join us in praying for our family, that we would be ready to take in this child. We also want to ask you to be praying for the expectant mom who we're going to match with. We think about her all the time and just know that the decision she's making is huge. It's so selfless, and it's going to take so much courage for her.
We're also preparing financially. For us, that's looked like trimming back on some spending, putting more into savings, applying for grants and loans and things of that nature, and also looking at fundraising opportunities. If you would like to contribute and help us in this adoption process financially, it would mean the world to us. And there's a link down in the description below where you can learn more information on how you could be a part of that.
Lastly, we'd also just ask that you would share this video. Over the last year, we've connected with so many different families that are walking through similar yet different situations, and the best thing that we learned was that we are not alone. So we'd love if you would share this video, and we hope that it brings, hope to another family who's experiencing something similar. Thank you again for taking time to watch this video and hear our story. We hope that you keep an eye out for more videos and updates that we're sharing along the way.
Yeah.